Hello everyone, Sue's Fish with you today, doing a layout for Citrus Twist using the January main kit. And here I'm just showing you what I'm working with. Various pretty things as usual. And just trying to show you the stamp set there. I'm starting off with some black emulsion paint and a big brush. And I'm just painting a very rough kind of chalkboard style background there. And that bottom corner is where I want all the action to go for this one. And that wooden adventure word is from Heidi Swap. I've actually made a note this time of where things have come from. Been a bit organised. So now I'm just stamping in black around the edge of that painted area. The paint's dry now. And there's some great stamps in this set for the new year that are really fitting and absolutely perfect for what I wanted this layout to be about. It's all about fresh starts and new adventures and new beginnings. So I've got my white Mr. Huey's doing some splattering. And then it occurs to me, why don't I try drawing with it? I've never done that before. I just one of those mad ideas that I thought, hey, come on, why not? Let's have a go. Mess around. So I do some squiggles. And it kind of works. And then I come in with a baby wipe just to soften some of the lines. There we are, just smudging it a little bit. And that's where I want my cluster to go, right down at the bottom there. So I'm kind of looking off out of the layout. Okay, so that's all dried now. And I've got some cards and papers and bits to layer up. So that pink paper is from the Maggie Holmes Shine collection, as is that tag. And I'm going to do my journaling on the back of that. That lovely minty green paper is from Studio Calico from their 7 paper range, and that's called Elliot. I hope you're impressed with my details. And the checkerboard one is a Citrus Twist exclusive. And I really wasn't sure which side to use because it's got the most gorgeous pink print on the other side. But I went for the plainer print for this one. So I'm just trimming down my papers a little bit more. I'm liking things quite compact at the moment in terms of clusters. I don't want too much of anything showing. I'm kind of going for a peaky feel, so little bits peeking out here and there, making the layout and the clusters interesting. So just a tiny slither of that pink. But I do fiddle around for a while trying to work out which way around to get it, because I want as much of that lovely stripe as I can get. And of course, I couldn't resist that black and white stripe, which is the reverse of, I'm almost certain it's the reverse of the Shine paper. Just roughing up the edges there with my scissors. And I do cut out the middle of that fantastic card. I don't use all of that one. And the glassine bag came in the kit. It had some embellishments in it. I love those. Lovely texture, aren't they? So that's roughly how I want it to look. Just chopping that card up so we don't waste any pieces. No piece too small. Fiddling about trying to get the angle exactly as I want it. And my photo's going to go directly on the bag this time. I sometimes map them with white, but not in this case. And I decide I want a paper clip, just a plain paper clip to hold that to the bag. So I'm putting some foam pads just along the bottom of the photograph. And then I'm going to clip it in place. For a sort of casual feel, that's the idea anyway. Now, I've decided I want a bit more stamping on that background, because I'm pleased with the way those circles have worked. So I think I stamp another phrase. And the Citrus Twist stamps very often have this lovely typewriter font, which I just adore. And yeah, I love the look of it. I think it looks really lovely, kind of coming out of the black like that. And I fiddle around for a bit trying to work out exactly where I want my cluster to go on the black. Get there eventually. So we want some twine on the top of that tag. This was from the kit too. I think it was wrapped around a bag that some of the bits came in. And that gets a little bit of texture as well. Okay, I've not actually done my writing at this point, I don't think. And I just round the corners off of the black and white striped piece that's going to peek out. And stick that down too. It occurs to me at this point that I'd like a bit more thread peeking out. So I add a bit more white thread here. Just sort of bunch it loosely on top of that double-sided tape, and then stick the stripy bit on so that the thread kind of peeks out. And I'm pleased with that. And I wonder whether that might look nice in the glassine bag, but decide to attach it next to my photograph. This is a layout about adventures and new starts, so that seems appropriate. And I think I end up taping it on eventually. I have some adhesive issues at this point. I think we get there finally. It doesn't help that I cut my nails short. That looks nice along there, I like that. And those wood veneer words are just beautiful, aren't they? They're gorgeous. That was actually natural wood, and I painted it white just with some acrylic paint. They paint beautifully. I'm sure you can do all sorts of things with them. And I'm itching to use that glittery cross. It doesn't actually make the cut, but you see it coming back a few times. So now I'm going to commit to that cluster with some more foam pads for a bit more lift. Does it go in the middle? Does it go off to the left? Does it go up a bit? Fiddle, fiddle, fiddle. In the end, I think I like it down. Or do I? Yes. There we go. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure how I ended up with that, but I think I like the more black around the top. So I'm looking up into the chaos. And these labels are beautiful. These are Citrus Twist exclusives, cut aparts. And they just add that extra bit of Battenberg colour. And I'm determined to have them on there, I'm just not sure where. And they end up giving a nice sort of bit off to the left, and bit of yeah, I'm not going to say horizontal action. I just did. There we go. Some tape on the back, and I end up cutting those in half because they won't poke under as far as I'd like them to go. That looks nice, and it kind of grounds the title slightly. And then I want to use a word underneath my title adventure. So I'm just deciding which to use. And I toy with the idea of using that heart sticker as a balloon, like I did in previous layout, and stitching the thread, but I decide not to in the end. It doesn't end up there either, although I do quite like it there. I think I decide that it obscures the photograph a little bit too much. And I really want to use that arrow too, but that doesn't make the cut either. I think I want to try and keep this one quite compact, and I think I'm aware at this point that I'm starting to spread a bit too much. Yeah, so I kind of try and pull it back in again. Okay, so I just decided to do a little bit more stamping. Top left, I want that phrase there, begin again. It's a nice New Year kind of theme, isn't it? I love that, that's nice. So thanks ever so much for joining me today, and I'm sure I'll be back again before too long with another layout. Bye guys.